Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spaulding Gymnasium as the Owls of Keene State College are ready to take on the opposing Owls of Westfield State University. I'm Nate Seal, and alongside me is Nick Napolitano. We'll be here with you for tonight's pregame show, getting you ready for Keene State Volleyball. First service at 7 p.m.
Tonight, Tonight's match is the home opener for Keene State as they return to Spaulding Gymnasium after playing their first 7 games on the road. The Owls have a record of 2-5 so far this season and are looking to come off of a 4-game skid in tonight's match. The home team had a tough weekend at the MIT Invitational, losing 3 matches against Ithaca, MIT, and Endicott as they look to bounce back against the Westfield State team that they have had significant success against in the past, winning the last 18 matches between the two teams, along with beating them back on September 2nd in a match at Springfield College. Rising junior right side hitter Stephanie Ola is a key player to watch for the Owls ahead of tonight's match, as she leads Keene State with 40 kills and a .194 hitting percentage. Suiting up for her last season is senior outside hitter Bridget McAndrews, who is another player to watch on the opposing side for Westfield State, as she heads into tonight's match with a team-high 56 kills, along with leading the team with 56 digs. Westfield State has had a rocky start to their regular season, heading into this one standing at 0-7. After 2 losses versus Smith in Western New England playing in the Bonnie Mae tournament at Smith College this past weekend, Westfield State is definitely looking to begin their turnaround of their 2023 season, preparing to play Keene State on their home floor.
Both teams seem to be bringing in the energy as they prepare for tonight's match, as the first serve will get underway momentarily. Again, we are your hosts, Nate Seal and Nick Napolitano, and we are looking forward to taking you through tonight's action of the 2023 Keene State Volleyball home opener at the Spaulding Gymnasium.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide in the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Sophomore libero
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as you're tuning into the Keene State Owls Women's Volleyball home opener of the 2023 season. I'm Nick Napolitano, joined alongside by Nate Seau. Once again, starting for Keene State is number 1 libero Reagan Fleming, number 23 first-year setter Alexis Small, number 22 outside hitter Jessica Timothy, number 20 outside hitter Sarah Bartles, and number 18 middle blocker Molly Weatherby. And play is underway. Small to Timothy over the net. Back over the net by Nehill. And an attack error by Jessica Timothy, and Westfield State is first to get on the board tonight. O'Connor with the serve. And a service error by O'Connor as Keene State gets on the board. Hit by Norris. Smalls.
Attack error by 21 GG State.
That was a net violation by Keene State, leaving Westfield State up 2-1. Served by Bingham over the net. Fleming to Smalls.
Great
Timothy
attack
with the
by
kill.
Smalls.
All tied up at 2-2.
Sarah.
Libero serve coming up by Fleming. Ball's in play. Dig by Fleming. Shot from Smalls. Up to Timothy. Point for Westfield State.
That was
a tough one there.
tough one.
Norris. Smalls to Croa over the net. Norris back to
Back and
Smalls.
forth right now.
Timothy. Attack error by Keene State puts Westfield State up 4-2. Another serve by Westfield State. Stake. Smalls in the swing up to Timothy.
Still in possession.
Timothy. Ooh, great save by Westfield State there. Great effort by the Owls. Great effort by the Owls. Great effort by Keene State. Westfield State gets the kill on that one. Another serve by Westfield State. Smalls back off the net. Stake with the great effort, but couldn't just get it to the tip of the ball.
Play underway.
Stake with a save. Smalls over the net. Oh. Great save by
Great
Norris.
save.
Fleming has to get it over. Got to get it over. Oh. An attack error by number 1, Bridget McAndrews, who's the player to watch tonight for Westfield State. Keene State back as the serving team. Served by Bartles. Service error by Sarah Bartles as
another point for
Westfield
Westfield
State takes a 7-3 lead in the first set. Keene State gets back on the board, standing at 7-4 Westfield State in the first set of action.
Number 21, DG State, ready to serve.
Served by Stake over the net. O'Connor, saved by Stake. Timothy up to Crowell over the net. Great play by Fleming. Timothy up to Crowell with the kill.
That's a great play by Keene State. The Owls are down 2 sets, 5-7.
Second conservative Stake over the net. Here we go, O'Connor. Great effort right there by senior captain Crowell. Allie Hill getting ready to serve for Westfield State. Served by Hill. Hit by Fleming. Over the net with Stake. Need to get it over. Timothy. Kill for Jessica Timothy as the Owls get back on the board of Keene State. 8-6 Westfield State.
That's a great kill.
Yeah, great effort right there by Timothy. Served by Grace Christian, sophomore libero out of New Milford, Connecticut. Attack error by Westfield State as Keene State inches closer and closer in the first set of action. Served by Christian. Service error by Grace Christian as Westfield State gets the point to make it 9-7. Timothy. Over that by Westfield State in an attack error by Stephanie Ola. Great effort to try to get a layout there and get on the play of Stephanie Ola. Bender with the serve. Timothy up to Bartles. O'Connor. Great effort by Gigi Stake right there. The Keene State Owls are playing very hard tonight. Served by Dango Garcia. Weatherby. Ola lays out and tries to make the play, but can't just get it.
Little miscommunication by the Owls.
Plays back underway after a timeout by Keene State. Dango Garcia of Westfield State getting ready to serve over the net. Hit by Timothy. Timothy over the net.
Great play, great possession by the Owls.
Westfield. First year Smalls getting ready to serve. Hit by McAndrews. Dango Garcia out to Timothy. Smalls. Great play by O'Connor. Out of bounds.
Another kill by the Owls. Attack error by Westfield State.
Smalls over the net. That's a receiving error by Westfield State. And a service ace for Alexis Smalls. Smalls with the serve. Dango Garcia. Back over the net. Saved by Fleming. Hit by Bartles. Timothy! And an attack error by Timothy.
Owls down 11 and 12 right now. Looking to make a push.
Keene State ties it up. Smalls getting ready for another serve. Hit by McAndrews. Dean Garcia. Back up by Weatherby. Got to get it over the net. Timothy. Dango Garcia. Great effort by Gigi State as she just couldn't get there in time. Westfield State regains the lead 13-12.
Michaela O'Connor ready to serve.
Served by O'Connor. Stake up to Smalls. Timothy over the net. Kill by Timothy on an attack error by Westfield State. The game is back tied up. Served by Norris. Smalls to Stake. And the ball stays in bounds as Westfield State retakes the lead.
Sarah Bingham ready to serve for Westfield State.
Bingham getting ready to serve. Hit by Norris. Set by Weatherby. Stake over the net. Another great effort by Stake. Seems like there was a little miscommunication there. 15-13, Westfield State. Another serve by Bingham. Fleming, Smalls, over the net by Stake, but it's hit back over by Westfield State. Smalls, back up to Bartles, and that's a kill for Sarah Bartles. Keene State gets back on the board, cut the deficit to 1. Libero serve by Fleming. And that's a receiving error by Westfield State as Keene State ties the game back up. Another point for Keene State as they take their first lead of the night, standing at 16-15.
Let's see if the Owls can make a push here.
Libero served by Fleming. Attack error by Westfield State. Keene State takes a 2-point lead, and that is a timeout by Westfield State.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as Westfield State just called their first timeout of the night. And boy, what a great timeout there by Coach Weiner. They were heading into that timeout with a 3-point deficit, and now they're coming out of this timeout with a 2-point lead. I wonder what he said to his team during that timeout. Libero served by Fleming. Norris set by Smalls. Bartles over the net. An attack error by Bartles as Westfield State gets that point.
Owls still up 17-16.
Norris. Smalls hit by Croa, and it's a kill for Veronica Croa. Bartles getting ready to serve. Bartles. Back in the air by Croa. Bartles back to Croa. Croa with another kill. Second consecutive kill for Croa. An attack error for Westfield State as Keene State takes a 3-point lead. Another serve by Bartles. McAndrews over the net. Bartles up to Stake. Stake with a kill.
Another kill for the Owls. 20-16, Keene State.
Served by Bartles. Norris. Bartles got to get it over the net. Fleming. Westfield State got to get it over now. Great play by Westfield State. Really getting the Keene State out of position there. McAndrews getting ready to serve for Westfield State. Stake. Bartles back to Croa. Croa's over the net. Back over the net. Croa again. I don't know who got a hand on that, Croa or Stake. But it didn't help the Keene State much as Westfield State takes the point.
Ready to serve for Westfield State.
McAndrews with the serve. Fleming. Bartles back up top to Ola. Ola with another kill. As I stated earlier, Stephanie Ola is a big player to watch as she came into this game with 40 kills, leading the Keene State Owls. Stake back to serve for Keene State. Stake with the serve. Bartles, Sakroa. Saved by Westfield State over the net. Oh, and it's tipped over by Timothy. But the point goes to Westfield State. Libero serve underway by number 3, Allie Hill. Hill over the net to Stake. Up to Timothy. O'Connor over the net. Bartles. Ola! Another kill for Ola.
Big time player, Stephanie Ola.
Owls back up 3. Standing at 22-19 here in our first set of game action. Keene State held a 3-point deficit early in the set after a timeout by Coach Bob Weiner, which really got the Owls going as we now head into another timeout by Westfield State.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as we are very close to concluding the first set here of gameplay as the Keene State Owls have now taken a 3-point lead over the Owls of Westfield State. Sophomore libero served by Grace Christian. Bartles back up to Timothy. Saved by Westfield State. Westfield State got to get it over. Attack error by Weatherby. Great effort, though, by Molly Weatherby. Danielle Garcia getting ready to in the back to serve for Westfield State. Served by Danielle Garcia. Hit by Timothy. Set by Bartles. Back to Timothy over the net. McAndrews. And that by Nihil. Great save by Ola. Oh, it gets back up to Timothy. Oh. Back and forth here. Bartles up to Ola. Danielle Garcia. Great play by Molly Weatherby.
Keene State College lead 23-20.
It's been a very good first set here. Back and forth. Both teams are playing very hard with a lot of energy. Both sidelines are doing great. Served by Smalls. Oh, great effort by Timothy with the sliding play, but couldn't get to it in time. 23-21. Served by O'Connor. Smalls to Timothy. Back over the net and out of bounds against Westfield State as Keene State gets a point. 24-21. One more point for Keene State to finish this first set. Teresa Norris with the serve. Smalls to Bartle. Back over to Westfield State side. Dangale Garcia to McAndrews. Great play by Smalls. Fleming up to Norris. Got to get it over. Westfield State. Smalls to Fleming. State got to get this one over. Dangale Garcia. McAndrews. Great play by Smalls. Stake. Who's it going to be? Bartles. Back and forth as it continues the trend for this match tonight. Bartles over the net. We're still going Nihil. Bartles. Dangale Garcia to McAndrews. Oh, Norris and Fleming collide. One hit. Stake. Got to get it over. Hill to McAndrews. Back over the net. Oh, great play by Weatherby, but Westfield State is hanging in there.
Nice try by Keene State.
24-22. Biggin with the serve. Stake hits it back out of bounds as Westfield State inches closer within one, and a timeout by Keene State. Tuning back into Spaulding Gymnasium here as Keene State holds a 24-23 lead here in the first set of play. Westfield State with the serve, coming up by Bingham. Bingham with the serve. Fleming. Smalls up to Bartles. Dangale Garcia. McAndrews over the net. Norris. Set by Smalls. Weatherby. Still going on. Weatherby. Smalls up to... Oh! Bartles over the net. Hit up by Fleming. Stake. Great play by Gigi Stake as the Owls of Keene State take the first set of play.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
So when I ask students, why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium for the second set of play here between the Keene State and Westfield State. Both teams playing very hard up to this point over that first set, but Keene State had the edge at the end of the set. Jessica Timothy, number 22 for the Keene State Owls, had 5 kills in that first set of play. And look at Ola, leaving off right where taking up right where she left off with 2 kills, bringing her season total to 42. Serve underway by Danielle Garcia. Stake hit by Smalls. Timothy over the net. And Keene State gets on the board to start the second set with a 1-0 lead. Great play by Gigi Stake there. Smalls at the back to serve for the out for Keene State. Danielle Garcia, Nihil. Great play by Nihil on an attack error by Keene State. Ties the game up at 1. Served by O'Connor.
Attack error by the Owls of Keene State. Westfield State leads 2-1 right now.
Served by O'Connor. Smalls just couldn't get it up in the air as Westfield State takes a 3-1 lead to start this second set of play. Another serve by O'Connor. Ball's in play. Smalls. Bartles. And it's a kill by Bartles. It must have been touched by Westfield State there as Keene State gets back up on the board. 2-3. Westfield State with the lead. Referee giving his explanation over there to number 1, the outside hitter, Bridget McAndrews, who is our player to watch today for Westfield State. Served by Norris. Hill. Danielle Garcia. Bingham. Over. Smalls. Danielle Garcia. And it's blocked by Bingham. Westfield State extends the lead 4-2. A lot of energy over there from the Westfield State bench.
Bingham ready to serve for the Westfield State Owls.
Bingham with the serve. Fleming. Tap by Smalls to Stake. Hit up in the air by Dan Garcia. McAndrews! Kill!
Yo.
Bingham back again with the serve. Bingham. First hit by Fleming. Smalls. Stake. And another kill by G.G. Stake. G.G. Stake is up to her 6th kill of the night after the 2nd kill for this set. Fleming with a little barrel serve. McAndrews up to Danielle Garcia. McAndrews got to get it over. Fleming back up to Smalls. Crowa! And an attack error by Crowa.
Westfield State leads 6-3.
Served by Westfield State. Stake. Set it up for Crowa. Hill. O'Connor. Fleming. It looks like it was a net violation there for Westfield State. The point goes to Keene State. Sarah Bartles getting ready to serve for Keene State. Bartles. Great block by Crowa. McAndrews. Fleming. Norris with the save. Stake. Oh, it's just a great array of efforts right now. Bartles. Set up for Crowa. An attack error by Crowa gives Westfield State a 7-4 lead. Keene State is just fine. They were behind in this first set of play. Let's see how they do with this set. And I'm not sure what happened right there. Another point goes to Westfield State as they take an 8-4 lead. Ola back in the game for Keene State. Service ace for Bridget McAndrews in Westfield State. On the receiving error by Keene State.
Westfield State leads 9-4 as McAndrews get ready to serve.
McAndrews serve. Fleming. Bartles sets up Ola. Oh, McAndrews and Hill almost collide there. Great play by O'Connor, but Crowa and company is there. Stake with the serve. Fleming up top to Timothy. Great effort by McAndrews. Hill gets it. Got to get it over. Doherty. Stake. Bartles sets up Crowa. And Westfield State can't get it over as Keene State gets another point. Every time Keene State seems to get in a deficit, they make a great play to make this game closer. Stake with the serve. Hill. Doherty. And number 9, Michaela O'Connor. Can't get it over the net, but it's a great effort by O'Connor as Keene State makes this one closer and closer in the second set. Served by Stake. Doherty. Up top to Ola. Hit McAndrews. Set up Doherty. Great play by Stake. Bartles. Up top to... A double touch violation there on Keene State. Timothy! Over the net by Bingham. Bartles sets up Koa. We get back over the net. Stake. And Westfield State hits it back out of play as the score is now 10-8.
As Westfield State leads 10-8. Keene State creeping up.
Grace Christian back in the serve for Keene State. Christian with the serve. Doherty up top to O'Connor. Great save by Stake. Bartles gets it over the net. Doherty. Christian. Ooh, Bingham. Weatherby. Great play by Weatherby.
The Owls are creeping their way up. 9-10.
Another serve by Grace Christian. Hill. O'Connor over the net. Bartles. Oh, it has to bump it over. But Bingham was there. Second set of play has been back and forth, back and forth. Same trend going on in this game here. Danielle Garcia getting ready to serve this one for Westfield State. Timothy over, it's hit. Yeah, great play by Weatherby, but it's still, ball is still in play. Ola, McAndrews, Danielle Garcia. Bingham. Ooh. Weatherby hits it over. Danielle Garcia sets up O'Connor.
With the block.
But Ola and Weatherby are both there. Oh, it must have been a net violation as Westfield State goes up 12-9. Danielle Garcia. Serve by Danielle Garcia. Smalls to serve. And an ace for Alexis Smalls as Megan O'Connor and the Westfield State Owls have a receiving error on that play. And Keene State makes it 12-11. Nihil hits it out of bounds as Keene State ties up this second set of play after facing another 3-point deficit. Serve by Smalls. Serve by Smalls is out of bounds. Another ace for Alexis Smalls. 13-12 as Keene State takes their first lead of the second set. And a timeout by Westfield State.
Our campus can get pretty cool.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium. Here in the second set of play, Westfield State just called their first time out of the set after Keene State took their first lead. Small is back to serve again for her fifth consecutive serve. Oh, and it's another receiving error by Westfield State, this time knee hill, as that's another ace for Alexis Smalls. Keene State takes a 2-point lead. Smalls up to McAndrews. Danielle Garcia up to Bingham. But Weatherby's there. And kill for Molly Weatherby.
Great play by Molly.
Keene State takes their first 3-point lead as Westfield State is now in their first larger deficit of the set. Not that time by Smalls. Out of bounds on a service error as Westfield State gets a point on the board. Timothy. And a kill by Jessica Timothy. She has been playing great tonight. Norris back to serve as the libero for Keene State. Carnace. Smalls up top to Weatherby. Hill, Danielle Garcia. Double touch by Westfield State as Keene State now takes a 4-point lead. Norris back for his second consecutive serve. Norris with the serve. And a service error by Norris. Westfield State is now sitting at 14. Served by Bingham. And an ace for Sarah Bingham. Tough receiving error there for Keene State. As Westfield State cuts the deficits 2 and Bingham is back for a second consecutive serve. Norris goes to save it. And it's out of bounds. And Westfield State is within 1.
Westfield State creeping their way up, 17-16. Keene State Owls up.
Keene State had their run, now Westfield State is having theirs. Bingham with the serve. Fleming. Smalls sets up Stake. Hit back over the net by Westfield State. Smalls up to Bartles. Great play by Keene State as Westfield State couldn't keep it alive and Keene State extends the lead to 2. Fleming, the libero, with the serve. McAndrews, Danielle Garcia, back to McAndrews. Great play by Smalls. And an attack error by Westfield State. Another serve by Fleming. Danielle Garcia. Smalls. Smalls again. Back up to Stake. Back over the net. And a great play by Westfield State was Julia Bartiet for the kill.
Westfield State ready up to serve.
Served by Westfield State. Norris coming with the dig. Stake gets it over. Hill was there. Hill gets that on the first try. McAndrews. Smalls up to Fleming. Up to Stake. Great play by Gigi Stake and a kill for Stake. Bartles back to serve for Keene State. Hill. McAndrews tries to save it, but it goes out. Keene State takes a 4-point lead in the second set. Served by first-year outside hitter Bartles. And an ace for Bartles as Westfield State has little miscommunication on that one with a receiving error. And Keene State takes a 5-point lead.
Keene State looking to make a
Third
push.
consecutive serve for Bartles. And that's another ace for Bartles. Just landed in play as it's another receiving error by Westfield State, and they take their second time out of the set. We will be right back with you.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as Keene State takes on Westfield State in tonight's 2023 volleyball home opener for Keene State. This has been another great set. Both teams are playing very hard. 23-17 Keene State as they're looking to close this one out very quickly. Bartles with the serve. Bartles. Westfield State over. Norris. Bartles with a double touch.
McAndrews ready to serve for Westfield State.
McAndrew serves. Good mistake. Set up Bartles to Croa. Croa. And that's a kill for Veronica Croa. Keene State is 1 point away from ending this second set. GG Stake. Ready to serve. Doherty to O'Connor. And that's an attack error by Westfield State as Keene State wins the second set of tonight's match. As we head to a commercial break, we're looking forward to joining you for the third set of play.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had. And you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium as we are about to get underway with our third set of action in Keene State's 2023 volleyball home opener. Keene State definitely came ready to play tonight after this 4-game skid that they just endured, and they have responded very well. As Westfield State, on the other hand, is still playing very hard and has kept it close in both sets. Smalls back to serve to start the third set. Danielle Garcia, Bingham. O'Connor, out of bounds by O'Connor. Keene State gets on the board first in this third set.
Alexa Small ready to serve for Keene State Owls.
Smalls, service error by Smalls. Tied up at 1 in the third set. O'Connor with the serve. Fleming. Smalls sets up Timothy, but it's hit back over the net by Bridget McAndrews, and Westfield State takes their first lead of the third set. Michaela O'Connor back to serve for Westfield State, and that's another service error, this time for Westfield State, as Keene State ties the game at 2 in the third set. Norris with the libero serve. Great play by Norris. Smalls sets up Timothy. Hit back over the net. As number 11, Kylie Joyce, comes to the game and makes a great play for Westfield State. And Joyce is now back to serve as Westfield State takes their first lead, 3-2 of the third set. Fleming. Small sets up Weatherby. O'Connor. McAndrews tied by Weatherby. Fleming hits it. Stake. And And a double touch by Westfield State. Great play there by GG Stake. Kroha!
It's a great play by Kroha.
Great effort and an attack error there for Keene State. So Westfield's. Oh. Oh, that was in bounds. Keene State cuts the deficit to 1. Smalls, Kroha, Doherty. Great play by Fleming, and a miscommunication there between Norris and Stake as Westfield State extends their lead 5-3. Stake. Timothy. Great play by O'Connor. By Fleming. Smalls sets up Stake. O'Connor all the way over the net. Smalls sets up Kroha. Back over the net by Westfield State. Smalls sets up Stake this time. And a kill for GG Stake. Once again, every time Keene State finds themselves looking at a deficit, they're making play after play. Bartles with the serve. Great play by Veronica Kroha. Keene State ties this one up at 5-5. Served by Bartles. McAndrews hit out of bounds. Attack error by Keene State. McAndrews getting ready to serve for Westfield State. Westfield State has a 1-point lead in this third set. Dig by Fleming. Bartles up to Ola, but back over the net. Fleming gets it up. Bartles back to Stake. Doherty. Kroha. Bartles up top to Ola. Great sequence here as an attack error by Westfield State leads to the game. Match be tied at 6.
Stake ready to serve for the Owls of Keene State.
Stake having a great night here. Served by Stake. Great play for Julia Bartiet.
Keene State.
Middle blocker. Senior captain for the Westfield State Owls from Cheshire, Connecticut. Allie Hill ready to serve for Westfield State. Kroha hits off the net. Bartles. Timothy gets it over. Hill up to Doherty. Back up top.
Great effort by Keene State Owls.
Timothy. That's a kill for Jessica Timothy, who's just having an outstanding game.
Molly Weatherby back in for the Owls of Keene State.
Kroha checks out. Libero served by Fleming. Joyce. Or Carnace, excuse me. Carnace. Fleming hits it out of play as Westfield State takes an 8-7 lead. Served by Danielle Garcia. Stake by Stake. Set up Bartles to Weatherby. Killed by Molly Weatherby. And the Owls tied the game back up.
So back and forth in the third set. 8-8 right now. Alexis Small ready to serve for Keene State Owls.
Served by Smalls. Taken by McAndrew. Great effort by Gigi Stake, but it goes out of play as Westfield State takes back the lead in this third set. Small. Attack error by Timothy. Westfield State extends the lead 10-8. Small. That's a kill, another kill by Jessica Timothy. Owls creeping within one.
Teresa Norris ready to serve for Keene State Owls.
O'Connor, Danielle Garcia, and Kylie Joyce with the kill for Westfield State. Wow, Kylie Joyce has came into this game and made a significant impact for Westfield State, keeping it close in each of these three sets thus far. Joyce back for a serve. Fleming. Norris sets up Stake. Stake. Great play by Joyce once again. Danielle Garcia up top. And McAndrews with a great play as Westfield State extends their lead 12-9.
Kylie Joyce ready to serve for Westfield State.
Second serve for Joyce. Fleming. McAndrews gets it over. Small. Sets up Stake. Hit back over the net by Bingham. Great play by Sarah Bingham. The lead is now 4. As Keene State looks to cut this 4-point deficit on a serve here by Kylie Joyce. Fleming. Small. Weatherby can't get it over. And a timeout by Keene State as Westfield State has taken their biggest lead of the night.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
Welcome back to the home opener here at Spaulding Gymnasium. Keene State just called their first time out of the set. Kylie Joyce back here to serve for the 4th consecutive time. Joyce gets it over. Set up by Small to Weatherby. And Westfield State can't get it back into play.
Great setup by Keene State Owls.
I gotta say, every time Keene State goes into a timeout, they've came out ready to go. Coach Bob Weiner in his 19th season for Keene State has to be sending some type of great message here every single time they take a timeout. Bingham, Christian, sets from Small to Croha. It's a kill for Veronica Croa as the Owls of Keene State are creeping up and cut the deficit to 3. 14-11 Westfield State. Great play by Westfield State right there. Westfield State gets the lead back up to 4. Receiving error for Keene State, as Westfield State and number 6, Emily Washkalovich gets an ace. 16-11 Westfield State. Washkalovich ready for another serve. And that one stays in, and that's another ace for Washkalovich in Westfield State. On a receiving error by Keene State. Keene State battled back in this one. They came out of the timeout with 2 straight points. Let's test their adversity here. A service error by Westfield State brings Keene State within 5.
Sarah Bartel for Keene State Owls ready to serve.
Served by Bartles. Hill. And it's a double touch by Westfield State. And Keene State is within 4.
13-17. Westfield State leads.
Bartles with the serve. And an ace for Sarah Bartles and a receiving error by Washkalovich. And Keene State has cut the deficit to 2. And a timeout, this time for Westfield State.
Bartles ready to serve for Keene State Owls.
O'Connor. Doherty hit by Croa. Doherty sets up Carney. And it's a point for Keene State on a double touch by Westfield State as they now cut the lead to 2. Keene State gets within 1. It's a 17-16 in the third set of Keene State volleyball.
Keene State, Bartles ready to serve for the Keene State Owls.
Served by Bartles. Service error by Bartles as Westfield State gets their lead back up to 2. Bridget McAndrews, who was my player to watch at the beginning of this match, is back to serve for Westfield State. McAndrews. Fleming. Bartles sets up Stake. McAndrews hits it up. It's a great effort by Crowha, but Westfield State gets that point. 19-16 Westfield State here as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the third set. Another serve by McAndrews. Stake. Bartles sets up Ola, and it's a kill by Stephanie Ola. Deficit back to 2, 19-17. Westfield State, as Stake is back to serve here to try and cut this lead of Westfield State to 1. Serve by Stake. Washkalovich, Danielle Garcia. Carnace over. Bartles sets up Koha. Kova over. Washkalovich. And GG Stake just can't get there to keep it in bounds as Westfield State takes a 3-point lead here, 20-17.
We here up to serve for Westfield State as they lead 20-17 against Keene State Owls.
Hill, Stake, the dig. Bartles up to Ola, and another kill by Stephanie Ola. The deficit is back to 2. McAndrews, Danielle Garcia, up by Joyce. There's Kylie Joyce, coming up big. Kylie Joyce, number 11, rising sophomore out of Pittsfield, Mass. 21-18 Westfield State as Danielle Garcia is getting ready to serve this one. And there seems to be a wet spot on the court as Stephanie Ola is wiping it up. Great job there by Ola, keeping her and her teammates safe. Danielle Garcia with the serve. And a receiving error, and that's an ace for Danielle Garcia in Westfield State, who gets the lead to 4 as we head to Keene State's second timeout of the third set.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
We are back here at Spaulding Gymnasium after another Keene State Owls timeout, their second and last of this set. Every timeout Keene State has taken, they've responded from adversity and found a way to cut this deficit, playing from behind on most of these sets of the night. Bartles sets up Weatherby. Weatherby. Hill. Stake. Bartles sets up Timothy back over the net. And a great play by Kylie Joyce in Westfield State. Goes up 5 in this set. Stake. Bartles sets up Weatherby. Weatherby! Great effort by Fleming. But another kill for Westfield State as they're 1 point away from closing the third set of this match. Can Keene State fight from behind yet again? Daniel Garcia with the serve. Stake. Bartles sets up Ola. Another kill by Stephanie Ola, her third of the set. As Alexis Small, first year setter, checks back in for Stephanie Ola. Server, excuse me. Served by Small. Hill. Bingham. Attack error by Bingham, and that point goes to the Owls. Was the timeout? It might have been. There's a couple straight points here for Keene State. Daniel Garcia. An error by Daniel Garcia as Keene State cuts this Westfield State lead to 3 points. Both teams have used their 2 timeouts for this set. This last timeout being taken by Westfield State after Keene State found another way to respond after a Coach Bob Weiner timeout. Westfield State, Fleming, and Westfield State takes the third set. We will be back momentarily with the fourth set of this match.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
We are underway here for the fourth set of the 2023 home opener for Keene State Volleyball, as Westfield State took the third set of play. Danielle Garcia back to serve for Westfield State. Bartles. Small keeps it in bounds. Weatherby. And it stays in for Weatherby. Great kill. Keene State's first on the board in this fourth set.
Alexa Small ready to serve for Keene State.
Small with the serve. Hill. Danielle Garcia sets up. Bingham. Bingham. Got to get it over. Attack by Bartles. An attack error by Sarah Bartles. Michaela
ready to serve for Westfield State.
Fleming. Set up. Small. Sets up. Attack by Bartles. Small. Another attack by Bartles. This time goes out of play. Westfield State takes their first lead of the fourth set. Michaela O'Connor. Fleming. Small. Sets up Stake. And an attack error by Gigi Stake as the lead grows for Westfield State. Small. Attack. Danielle Garcia attacked by Bingham. Big by Stake. Danielle Garcia sets up McAndrews for an attack. Saved by Stake. Timothy. Small. Danielle Garcia. Kylie Joyce, there she is. And once again, Kylie Joyce making an impact for Westfield State here. O'Connor. Service error by O'Connor. Keene State gets the point. Norris with the serve. McAndrews. Danielle Garcia sets up Joyce. Fleming. Stake with the attack. O'Connor. Danielle Garcia got to get it over. Fleming. Small. Sets up Weatherby for the attack. And it's a kill for Molly Weatherby. And the Westfield State lead is cut to 1.
Norris ready to serve for the Owls. Keene State.
Another point for the Owls. Tied up at 4.
Come on, White. Keep it going, White.
Attack by Weatherby. Double touch by McAndrews. And the Owls of Keene State take back the lead in the fourth set.
Let's see if the Owls can get some momentum here as Teresa Norris takes the serve for Keene State Owls.
Served by Keene State. Danielle Garcia sets up Bingham with the attack. Great play by Norris. Stake with the attack. Hill to Danielle Garcia sets up Bingham. Stake gets it back over right away. Danielle Garcia sets up McAndrews this time. And another save by Norris. Small, and another attack by Stake. McAndrews over again. And Teresa Norris with 2 tremendous saves in that sequence, but can't keep it in play this time, as the game is back tied up at 5. Attack by Weatherby. And Daniel Garcia can't get there as it falls out of play. Keene State regains the lead, 6-5. Daniel Garcia sets up McAndrews. McAndrews over. Fleming. Small. Sets up an attack by Stake, but it's hit over the net by Bingham. Daniel Garcia. Back to Bingham. And a kill for Sarah Bingham. Oh. Yup. And same spot as before here when Stephanie Ola was wiping up the court. Bridget McAndrews, this time keeping her teammates safe. Small attack with Stake. O'Connor out of play, and Keene State regains the lead, 7-6.
We'll see if Keene State Owls can get some momentum here. Sarah Bartles takes serve.
Out of play again. Great job by Keene State. First year outside hitter Bartles back for another serve. A service error by Bartles. Westfield State cuts the Keene State lead to 1. McAndrews with the serve. Fleming. Bartles up to attack by Stake. McAndrews. Doherty. Up to Eskalovich. Fleming. An attack by Ola. Hill. Doherty gets it over. Norris. An attack by Stake. McAndrews. Doherty. Fleming sets up an attack by Stake. Hill. Over by McAndrews. It's a kill for Bridget McAndrews, who ties the set at 8. Bridget McAndrews back for the serve. Attack by Croa. Bridget McAndrews hits it to Carnace. Norris. Bartles sets up an attack by Ola. It gets hit back over the net by Carnace. Norris. Stake with a kill by GG Stake.
She's really having a game, GG State.
The sophomore outside hitter Stake from Bedford, New Hampshire is just having an outstanding night. Served by GG. Doherty. Bartier of Westfield State with the kill to tie the game back up at 9. Another back and forth, interesting set here of volleyball. Hill with the serve. Stake. Bartles sets up an attack by Ola. And Doherty just can't get a hand on it. It goes out of place. Keene State regains this lead. Keene State up 10-9 in this fourth set of play. Libero serve coming up by Grace Christian. Hit by Doherty. Sets up Carnage for the attack. Saved by Christian. Bartles gets it over. Carnage over the net. Bartles sets up an attack by Weatherby, and that's a kill by Molly Weatherby.
What a great play by Molly Weatherby.
Another libero serve for Grace Christian. Allie Hill. Doherty back to Carnase. Attack error by Carnase, who just can't get it over the net. And Keene State extends their lead to 3. Third consecutive libero serve by Grace Christian. Hits it over. Doherty sets up Joyce. Oh. And that is a great effort by Sarah Bartles, who just couldn't get it in play.
Sarah Bingham checking in for Westfield State.
Julia Dangale Garcia back in the game for Westfield State, along with Sarah Bingham. Stake. Bartles sets up an attack by Ola. Saved by Carnase. Bingham over. Bartles. Attack by Timothy. Hill. Dangale Garcia sets up Carnase. And it's out of bounds. Attack error for Westfield State. Puts a point on the board for Keene State.
Alexis Small checking in to serve for Keene State.
Alexis Small is having a great night. Bingham. It's a kill for Sarah Bingham. Within 2 is Westfield State. 13-11 in this fourth set of volleyball at Spaulding Gymnasium in Keene State's 2023 home opener. Another great play by Keene State as Michaela O'Connor just couldn't save that one.
Teresa Norris checking in to serve for Keene State.
Libero served by the junior Norris. Gets over the net. Back into play by O'Connor. Got to get it over, and they have a miscommunication here on the Westfield State side of play. Keene State goes up 4, and Westfield State has called their first timeout of the fourth set of play.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sport.
First time out of the set by Westfield State brings us back to game play with an upcoming libero serve by junior Teresa Norris. Keene State up 15-11. Dangale Garcia sets up an attack by McAndrews. Norris, Small, sets up an attack by Stake. But Bingham and Joyce are both there to get it over. That's a kill for Westfield State.
Kylie Joyce ready to serve for Westfield State.
Norris, Small, Sets up an attack by Weatherby. Bingham. Bingham hits it out of bounds as Keene State gets their lead back to 4, 16-12. Small sets up an attack by Bartles, and Diego Garcia hits it out of play. And the Keene State Owls lead is now 5.
Clemens serve.
Norris and Fleming both there. Oh, but a double touch by Keene State. Score is now 17-13, Keene State. Washkalovich with the serve. And a receiving error by Norris. And Westfield State cuts the Keene State lead to just 3. Norris. Small sets up an attack by Stake. O'Connor with a great save. Got to get it over as McAndrews. Fleming. Small. Sokola. Washkalovich. Doherty. And it's still, the sequence is still going. Stake. Doherty. Attack by Washkalovich. They can't get it over the net as Keene State is now at 18. And Westfield State still stands at 14. Stephanie Ola leads the team in kills back in the game for Keene State. O'Connor, Washkalovich. Who wants it there? There again is Stephanie Ola. Every time she comes back in the game, she's making an impact. And I can see why she's leading the team in kills this season. Served by Bartles. Hill. Doherty sets up an attack by McAndrews. Norris. Bartles sets up an attack by Stake, and it's a kill by GG Stake. Keene State has the lead to 6. Great communication here by the Keene State Owls. O'Connor. Doherty sets up an attack by Washkalovich. The cross there. Doherty. Back up to McAndrews. Tits by Ola. Fleming up in the air. Attack by Stephanie Ola. But O'Connor's there. Doherty. Attack by McAndrew. And a great play by Bridget McAndrews.
State Owls still up 20-15.
McAndrews with the serve. Doherty, Washkalovich, Carnace gets it over. And 2 consecutive great plays by Westfield State to cut the Keene State lead to 4, standing at 2016 in the 4th set here of gameplay. Another serve by McAndrews here. And that's a service error by McAndrews.
State ready to serve for Keene State as the Owls lead 20-16.
Served by Stake. Hit by Washkavlich. Doherty sets up an attack by McAndrews. Craw is there. Timothy keeps it alive. Stake got to get it over. An attack by Stake. Washkavlich. Doherty up to Carnace, who gets it back over. And Bartles is there. Fleming, an attack by Ola, but Carnace is there. And a double touch by Keene State, which cuts their deficit to 4 points.
Allie Hill ready to serve for Westfield State.
Served by Hill. Ola, big guy. Doherty gets it over. Timothy. Joyce, but Westfield State can't keep it in play. And Keene State is getting closer and closer now as they extend their lead back to 5. 22-17. Served by Grace Christian. McAndrews there. Oh, miscommunication by the Owls, but they still get it over. Hill. Oh, Carnace gets it over the net. Weatherby. Bartles sets up an attack for Timothy. It's out of bounds. Westfield State is within 4.
Bringing back in for Westfield State as they look to make a push.
Washkavlich and Doherty check out as Dango Garcia and Bingham check back in. Served by Dango Garcia. Timothy. Stake sets up an attack by Timothy. And Carnace just can't get a hand on it. It goes out of play. The Keene State Owls are within 2 points of winning their first home opener at Spaulding Gymnasium. Small with the serve. Set up. Joyce. Timothy gets it over with an attack. Dango Garcia sets up an attack by Bingham. It's out of bounds. Keene State is within 1 point of winning their home opener here at Spaulding Gymnasium against Westfield State. Make no mistake, Keene State has won 2 out of the first 3 sets, but Westfield State has kept this one very interesting. Stake sets up a kill. Oh! Westfield State gets back up on the board, 24-19. Serve here by Michaela O'Connor. And an ace for Michaela O'Connor is just like a Timothy and the Keene State Owls have a receiving error on the play. Served by O'Connor. Stake. Small sets up Weatherby through an attack. Dango Garcia. O'Connor. Fleming. Small hits the net, and nobody for Keene State can get there to get it over. And their lead is cut to 3 as it's now getting interesting in this 4th set.
Michaela O'Connor ready to serve.
Fleming. Small. Sets up an attack by Timothy. And there it is! Keene State has won their 2023 home opener here at Spaulding Gymnasium. Good game. We will go to commercial break, and then we will join you with post-game interviews with Coach Bob Weiner of the Keene State Owls and one player from the Keene State volleyball team.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm probably gonna have to go with Chipotle, if that counts, because then I can change it up every once in a while, and it's something that I order basically every day here anyways. Favorite movie? I'm gonna have to go with Grown Ups. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan, or anything with Will Ferrell, honestly. A professional athlete I admire in my sport is, that is a good question. I'm gonna have to go with my club volleyball coach who actually played for the USA team. Her name's Kat Minyard. She is super inspiring and someone that I definitely look up to through my experiences playing college volleyball as well as growing up and learning how to play. One thing my coach always says at practice is, so my coach definitely talks a lot about drills. However, he does always talk about how communication is key, and I feel like that's a sport-wide thing. I don't think that's only us. And he just reminds us of it every day, and it's something that's definitely engraved in my mind. Dogs or cats? I'm gonna have to go with dogs. I've never had a dog or a cat. I just think dogs are superior, and I think golden retrievers are the best dog in the entire world. Pizza or pasta? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with pizza, but not pizza everywhere. I'm not a big Domino's girl. I'm gonna have to stick with Connecticut pizza. Who on the team spends the most time on TikTok? I'm gonna have to go with Gigi Steak. She is an avid TikToker. She went viral a few times, so shout out to her. Favorite sport to play other than mine? I do play golf. It is a fun sport for me. It's definitely more so a hobby, considering it's more of a quiet, relaxed sport, and I'm super energetic, but it is a super fun sport to play, and I think it's something that I really enjoy doing over the summer. What is the best meal that you've ever had at the Dining Commons? I'm gonna have to go with the chicken parmesan. I think every time that they do it, it never fails. Favorite vacation spot? I've been to Florida many, many times. However, I think that my favorite vacation spot would have to be San Diego, California. I always enjoy going there. There's so much to do, and I really just enjoy any beaches and bodies of water.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season. The confetti is going to fall.
There she goes, and she's got it.
Good evening. We're back here at Spaulding Gymnasium as I'm joined with Coach Weiner, the 7th grade for the Keene State Owls, as they lead the 25-21 sets to 1. How do you feel like the flow of the game went? Like, what was you saying to your players after every timeout?
It's always interesting to wonder what the heck the coach is saying at a timeout. We were telling him to speed up. The game was slow, and that's the way Westfield wanted it to be, is slow, and we wanted to run the pace a little bit. And there are times we actually did that, and there are times we slowed back down. But that's one of the things we were saying. And then we were talking about not taking care of the ball. We made so many unforced hitting errors. We didn't hit over 120 in any of the sets. So that's what we're doing in practice this week.
What strategies would you like to keep players motivated throughout the season? Like, if a player is like not really sure about their playing time or their role, like how would you like look to like keep them engaged throughout the season?
That's a great question. Thank you. We actually spend a lot of time talking to, I mean, unlike you guys last year, there's only 16 of us, and pretty much I can be in everyone's head at the same time. We have 5 kids who didn't play tonight, but those 5 kids know their roles right now. What we tell them, and maybe what this happens in your program too, everyone has a role, and eventually everyone's going to be on the court doing that thing. It just right now there's people in front of them, but the motivation comes from, and we didn't do it tonight, we've done it all season until tonight, is we've really gone deep in our bench. But this one I thought that the starters were playing pretty well, so I was just going to keep it that way. But we never shut up. We talk to people all the time.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, thank you. It's the only, I mean, this is 2023. You want to work with you guys, that's how to do it.
Yeah, really. One more question. What would you, as you guys look to keep this thing going, what would you really like, how to like keep your players on an even keel? Like, how do you?
It's interesting. What we've done, what we're trying to do this year, we've broken the season into thirds, and we're in the last week of the first third. And we're saying this is what's supposed to happen in this first third of the season, where we're trying to figure stuff out. Second third of the season is the beginning of conference, and then we got to be ready to go. You know, you guys know that. You got to be ready to go. And then the final third is the push towards the tournament. And that's, I think, how we've been doing the motivating is we're saying, let's get through a third, let's reevaluate, and then let's do the next thing.
Okay, really appreciate that.
Okay, great, thank you.
I heard it was your birthday.
No, tomorrow. Really? The Framingham State volleyball coach's birthday is September 9th. So if you ever see him, he's the oldest person in sports. But hey, happy birthday, man. 21? Thank you. I'm also 22. We got to talk to Steph.
Welcome back to Spaulding Gymnasium after the conclusion of the Owls' Keene State's home opening win for this 2023 volleyball season. I'm joined here by junior right side hitter Stephanie Ola. Stephanie, you had an outstanding game tonight. So my first question for you is, how did it feel to get back in the winners column after a tough 4-game losing streak? And how are you guys able to stay focused after facing this type of adversity?
That is a good question, Nikki. So my answer to that is it's always fun to win, obviously, but we are a hardworking team, and we do like to challenge ourselves. So going into this past weekend playing MIT Ithaca, it was definitely a challenge, but we do really enjoy having that adversity and pushing ourselves, but it's always fun to come home and win, especially on a home opener.
Awesome. And so coming into tonight's game with a team high 4 points, while only starting 2 matches so far this season, you came in and went right back to work tonight with 6 more. So my question is, what does it take day in and day out to just stay mentally prepared to be able to help your team in a much needed situation when your number's called?
It's another good question. Honestly, I have to say that it's not that easy. I feel like the pressure's really on when you step onto the court, and last year I definitely struggled with that, but this year I think I've realized that going in and just having more confidence is better than going in and freaking out. You just really have to play for the next point, and if errors happen, errors happen. You just got to forget about it and move on.
My last question for you today, Stephanie. Today I'm understanding was a very special day. It was Coach Bob Weiner's birthday. How great is it to be able to get a win on this special day, considering how hard he works day in and day out to put your guys in a position to have significant success?
It was awesome. Having a birthday during volleyball season is great. His birthday is tomorrow, so honestly, a day early though, I think it's a great start. I think we really started his birthday off on the right foot, and we owe it to him. It was a good little pre-birthday gift. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Stephanie.
Of course. Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you for tuning in to tonight's home opener at Spaulding Gymnasium between Keene State College and the Owls. Now we'll head to the next match this Saturday.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.